Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Microphone. Alright. So we're going to talk about a subject. Move my microphone a little closer. I do have my fan on, so hopefully you don't hear a lot of fan noise. You're going to hear me a little bit clearer. Just a little bit. But guys, everything is so common for me now. It's crazy. By the way, I just put up my, over there, I just put up my wall shelves. Those are the new wall shelves. I personally was going to put them right here, but then I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to go over here. Oh my goodness. And I don't know whose muffler that is. I keep hearing someone's muffler. So I need to disperse some of my action figures from over here on that side. Well, you can't really see until I get into a tripod. I do have all Star Wars on the top, and then on the bottom I have mixed emotions between superheroes and anime. So I might just put the anime on the other side. I'm not sure. And I need to disperse a couple of things too. Let me just disperse them. But yeah, guys, a lot of things are common for me. Also, hold on, let me see. Hold on. Because I got new guys here too. Look, I just recently got these guys. Minecraft. And y'all know who this is? Night Before Christmas, Zero. Especially Zero. He's a cutie. Zero is such a cutie. If I could have a ghost dog like this, I would. No walking on the floor. Yeah, so those wall shelves are gonna be there. Everything I just place. Oh, what the heck? I didn't even realize this light was on. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got SOS. But yeah, everything is so common now. It's super crazy to even think about sometimes. I get frustrated at others that I'm all like, you haven't heard of that before. You haven't seen that before. You haven't heard of those situations before. And it's so common for people to pick on other people. Paco, what you doing? Don't you go down there. Paco's trying. I gotta clean his cage again. After I do the live stream, I'll clean his cage. I cleaned Gogroose earlier. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that noise, man? I just swear. Oh my. I think the mic is too close. No? Is the mic too close? Am I talking too loud now? Lots of people are common for me now. I always meet the same particular people with different body structures. I always gotta hear someone's story that is similar to others. And it's just so common now that sometimes I hate to be the bad guy and tell them that I know a person just like that and I know what you're going through. I hate to be that bad guy, but I always tell everybody, I say, you're not alone. A lot of people are going through the same state that you're going through. Some understand. Some do understand. Some do like, oh yeah, oh, I never knew anybody was going through similar things like me. And I'm like, yes, it happens commonly around me. And my grandma's friend today, she called back after she got home. She was just telling her that she's home safe. And she's like, y'all should come to my house. Bring your granddaughter with you. And then she says that I'm just so outgoing and I'm very narrative. And I told her, yeah, I'll go to her house one day, meet up and talk, chit chat, tell me some of her stories so I can tell them online. And I did tell her, I said, I do live streams. Every once in a while, I'm not that, I tell myself I'm not that famous, but I don't know who watches after I finish my live streams. It's something that you can watch during the time that you get ready. I consider myself as my own little world podcast that you can just hear me. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch what I'm doing. Half of the time people want to know who you are on the internet. And sometimes, I just tell them I'm talking. I like to talk on the internet. I like to rant, talk, explain, inform people on different subjects. And I've already said it in the past, and I'm going to say it again, is if I don't get any subscribers and I go down to so many live streams or episodes, then that's it for me, If I don't get enough people coming in and joining and from OGs, it takes time to, I guess, be successful sometimes on the internet world. I'm not talking about being a successful billionaire, with thousands of views, but at least I can comfort people in the time being and tell them that they're not alone. Just because you're living in a household and stuff like that that's happening in your house that you can't get out of, there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of kids that are stuck at home wishing they had a game console, and they don't have a game console, and they're so upset at their mom and dad because they're so poor they can't afford it. And then there's other situations where it's like their parents are so rich that they give them anything, so now they're stuck on the game console. They are physically stuck. They don't see their son or daughter or anything like that at all, because why? You gave them the opportunity to have a world of gaming, and then that's where you took them, because you felt that you wanted to give everything in the world for your kid. So you gave them the worst thing possible, which was a game console. And I'm not saying gaming is bad. Gaming is good for a certain extent. Gaming will get you lazy too. And it's very common. It's very common. People on the internet world that are young, they want to stay 5-6 hours on the game console, not eat. Sometimes now these days we're probably having people that eat, but some people, they don't eat. The teenagers, they don't eat. They don't feel hungry because they want to achieve an achievement of playing online with another person. And it's just so common. People were all into GTA, and now they're into Fortnite. When Fortnite came out, all the teenagers were talking about Fortnite. When Minecraft came out, everybody was talking about Minecraft. And it's just like, do you not realize there was other games than that? Do you not realize how, again, it's just so common. It's another touchy subject. But I never I never underestimate someone's thoughts and opinions sometimes. Like, they can have their own thoughts, they can have their own opinions. Maybe they grew up like this, maybe they didn't grow up like this. Maybe some people have common sense, some people don't have common sense. I know one thing's for sure is that everything that I hear all the time is so common. And yes, I really don't get out much. I really don't. People are like, well, you hear things because you go out a lot. I don't go out. I see things. I see how people act in a certain way. Oh my God, I'm starting to yawn. The sun is setting, guys. The sun is setting. I am personally, I always thank for the person that told me their experience in life, because it helps me to understand others. And it's like, why should I understand others? Why? I'm not going anywhere at all. I'm just doing my own little thing. And when I tell them I don't want kids right now, they're like, that's fine, you're young, you don't have to have kids. What they don't know is that I don't want at all. I never had that encounter where I was feeling a vibe. I mean, I had a vibe when I was younger, when I felt love in my heart and my soul. I wanted a kid, and then it went out of my mind. And it's like, well, I want to be ready for a kid now. I want to make sure that I'm fully ready. And no, not everybody has to be fully ready, guys. And it's so common. People are like, I was never ready, and then I had a kid. It's just so common. And I'm like, yes, because that's the type of person you were. If you were probably in my particular area at that time, you would have had an abortion. I would have had an abortion because I wasn't ready. But yet people think it's bad to do that. You're killing another life. You should accept. What people don't know is that maybe you're just not ready. You made the decision to go on with the child, even though you weren't ready, and you felt that it was wrong to do so. So you did that action. Therefore, now your life is different. There's another sad thing too, and it's so common. Is throwing you have a kid in the frame. Throwing a kid in the frame just because. Child support is no bueno. Gosh, do I hate child support with all my heart. I personally never believed in that stuff. Never believed in child support. Because A, that's just messed up. B, it's either your way or the highway. If the father cannot suit and cannot be with you, it's not meant to be. Treat it like an actual relationship. Don't treat it as a tie down. Just because you have a kid together doesn't always mean you have to be stuck together. I know and I understand there's a lot of people out there that probably hate me for saying this, but part ways. Part ways. So what if your child has to go through not having a father being there? So what? You made the decision to have a child, first of all, and you thought it was okay to do so because, oh, I want to tie down this person. You don't tie down people. That is so wrong. And when, there's one couple out there Let me go get some more. Let me refill my cup. Hold on. I might be talking for a little bit longer than 15 minutes. I mean, it's already 15 minutes. I'm gonna go empty my cup too. Be right back, guys. And I'm gonna tell you a story that a lot of people probably have others too that had a similar story too. But I know this one person that was in a relationship. That relationship kind of looked dedicated. She was doing cosmetology, and he was working at he was a manager somewhere. I'm not gonna say where. Let's just say hotel. A manager at a hotel, and his girlfriend was in cosmetology school. She wanted to have babies. I'm not talking about one baby, but I'm probably talking about a couple of babies, 2 or 3. He wasn't ready. He was nowhere ready to be a father. He's just like kind of went his way that I went. I'm nowhere near to be a parent. I can't. I don't want to. So she kept asking and asking, when are we going to have a kid? When are we going to have a kid? And he's just like, I'm not ready for a kid. I'm telling you, I'm not ready for a kid. And then as time went on, probably more than 7 years or so, she finally graduated school, and she was finally going to gain her career path. And I'm assuming she went into the job fair that she wanted to. And then he was like, you know what, I don't know when is ready. I'm not sure what his mind was thinking, but I do know probably the outcome could have been like this. I'm not sure if I'm ready, and I don't know if will nowhere near be ready. But if she wants a kid so bad, I'll give her a kid. Therefore, I guess they were trying to make a kid. I'm not sure if I'm mixing her story up, but there was another story similar to that. Again, there's a lot of commonalities. And they had a baby. However, after waiting and waiting for so long to have a baby, they became disattached to each other. During the pregnancy, probably when does that happen? They became disattached. They didn't really love each other anymore. They didn't love each other the way that they loved each other back then. So then the baby came along, and the baby's growing. they came into realization like, you know what, me and your mom don't get along too well, but we're trying to stay together because they're just trying. They don't get along too much. They don't have the same umph for them they used to. And then they have another kid. I don't know what on the green earth. I think they were firstly kind of in love when they had the first child. The second child, that just kind of things started dying down. The second child comes along. Well, I don't really get along with your mother, and I don't know if I can be with her because she has different ways. I guarantee you, life put that out for a reason. Because let's just say let's just go reverse. When she wanted a baby and they had a baby accidentally or in love at that time, they would have cherished and loved their family. They waited so long to know each other, to gain each other's trust, to talk to each other, and to go through ups and downs with each other, that they just fully ignited each other. Like everything they loved about each other is kind of like bursted, and it's like, I don't really like you anymore. Not like I used to like you a long time ago, or love you like I used to love you a long time ago. And that's so common, guys. So common. And it's just crazy to me to think about it like that. I guarantee you, if I had a kid at a young age, I would probably be like, fully in love with that person that I really wanted to. But after I have waited for so long and the other person wanted a kid and I didn't want a kid, it just happened to be in the flirtatious area that it's like we don't like each other anymore. We're kind of brother and sister. And that's okay, guys. It's growing. It's growing. You're growing. You are growing. Just because you don't love the person the same way anymore doesn't mean that, you lost full hope in the humanity of the other person. Like, it was just a matter of growing. You were in love, and then you quickly got out of it. Well, not quickly. 10 years, 11 years down the line, you don't love each other no more the same way you used to. Because you grew. You grew so much that you don't want to be with that person anymore. Cheating is again common too. And people are like, once a cheater, always a cheater. That may be wrong. That may be right, guys. Just because a person cheated in another relationship doesn't mean that they're always going to be a cheater. Think of the concept. Think of it. Just think of it for a quick second. Why did the other person cheat? The other person could have cheated for multiple reasons, but can you think of one reason? Can you? Because I can name multiple reasons why people cheat. People have no tolerance for cheating, I understand. But sometimes, some ways, it's always a controlling person that is very loving and that cares for the other person that cheats. So it's always the person that is like, let's say, the female that says, I love you, I love you, I love you all the time and doesn't want to lose you. Let's just say the person that doesn't want to lose you is the one that cheats. The person that is trying their best to stay with you, they don't really want to cheat. They're just trying their best to be with you. But when they have a loose, there's so many factors behind that statement. It's crazy. Some people want an open relationship. Some people are like, I want to be open in a relationship. I want to like other people too. I want to have 2 boyfriends and 1 girlfriend and another 5 wives. People want to be in that kind of relationship. They don't want to be just tied down to one. They want to have 5 girlfriends or 5 wives. And is that okay? Some people say no. I say that's perfectly fine. It all depends. It all depends on the girl's actions. If they don't mind having a husband that has 4 more wives, then that's on them. That is totally on them. But everything is so common now. It's pretty intense. The way I see things in my eyes, everything is really common. I've never met another family, relative, families, friends that doesn't have a similarity in their storyline, that doesn't have a similarity in anything. A lot of people have similar aspects. And a lot of people the same thing too. Oh, my teenager, he never gets off the video games. He always wants to stay cooped up in his room. I said, that's everywhere. If a teenager doesn't have a game console, then you're not going to have that problem. The teenager is going to be out on the streets doing drugs, sleeping with girls, sleeping with men, doing bad things. So what do you want? I always, always consider what the aspect of it is. Just because your teenager is cooped up in a room and doesn't want to get off the game console, it could be worse. Your teenager could go be out in the streets and you not know where your teenager is. Do you want them being cooped up in the home, alone, in the dark, just playing video games? Or do you want them in the streets doing drugs? Choose your flavors. And I tell people, I said, be grateful. And this kind of goes back to the grateful video that I just made about the first episode ago. But being grateful, guys, for what you have, what you learned, what you had. Again, it could be worse. It could be so much worse. And it gets me frustrated too, because I'm like, if people would think in their relationship more, and if I was in a relationship, I'll think again. I'll think for the other person now. I'll think, why are they doing this, and why do they want to do this? My grandma's friend today, I'm losing my voice now. Oh, I've been talking for so many hours already. But my grandma's friend said this today, and I'm all like, I didn't even think of it that way. She's like, I don't know how many times I've been married. That's what she said. I don't know how many times I've been married. I know it's so many times that I don't want to burden in my life. And I'm like, you got a point there, ma'am. You got a point. Because I'm the same way. However, I have lived on my own for 6 years. And I tell everybody, I don't want a person because they're going to take up my space. Now I got to share spaces with another person. I gotta move over for another person. I don't want to move over for another person. Everything I have in the apartment here is myself. It's everything for me. And having another person come in the system, like, move over, my clothes, I gotta fit in the closet, is something I can't do. I can't. It would be, and I told this my live stream, I think 2 days ago. I think if I choose a person to be with, to actually, be in a relationship or something like that, it would be a young person. It would be a young person. And why did I say that? Because there's a lot of young people I have kind of encountered where I like the way they are in their spirit. And I'm old enough to know what to do, what not to do. And I could basically be their mother at the same time, want to be with them in a relationship. And that's another thing too that this my grandma's friend said today, was this one of her, I guess, relatives or whoever, I'm not sure who it was, but they said that, well, she said that he married a girl, he married a girl that was 32-year-old while he was 23. And she considered him as a son more than a wife, and she guides him. She guides him through every situation that he does. She helps him out whenever she could. And I'm like, bro, that could be me in the future, bro. Because I feel the same way. I feel like I would encounter someone young, someone that's 22, 21. It could be around that range that I feel like I should be with, because they don't know too much about life, and I know so much about life that I can guide them through, and I could be in a relationship with. And that's what I consider. I was like, you know what? All the people that I'm meeting is young. I understand that. They're all young. People used to say age doesn't matter. Now, these days, age and gender matters. Let me cheers to that. I see this so many times on TikTok. So many times. I'm going to make another video. I'm going to make a separate video for this. But in TikTok, they always ask, how old are you? And they start giggling. You tell me your age first. If they say that you tell me your age first, if it's a female to a male, it's always like, man, I'm 42. The female's like, no way. And then the guy's like, okay, now you tell me your age. It's like, ha ha ha. While she's ha-ing, she's thinking about her age that she can just say, well, I'm 23. And then click, they're gone. It's like, back then we didn't really have that. Again, I'm gonna make a separate video. I'm gonna make a separate video for that. It's gonna be later in the future, but it's just so common of these people to do this. Oh, jeez. 34 minutes I've been here. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, I consider myself as very independent person, and I haven't really met an independent person the same way, and I need to. It is so annoying, and I'm like, oh my God, these girls, all they want to do is think about relationships. All they want to do is think about someone taking care of them. And it's just so annoying. Like, if I find another person that's independent person, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go to Uber Eats and get whatever they freaking want. Because I'm sick and tired of someone being so stuck up on want to be in a relationship and want to have kids and want to have a family and want to have a great house. Like, I understand ego and I understand priorities, goals in life. I understand that. But I don't understand why someone cannot be as independent. I come home myself and I'm all like, I think to myself too. I get home, I park in my designated spot. I grab the keys to my apartment. I open the door. I set my stuff down. And it's like, I just came off of work and I feel so much fine that I'm living on my own. I feel so fine. I feel so much better. And I'm like, I'm conquering living on my own. And I'm doing my own thing and doing me than rather trying to chase someone down. What the heck was that? Someone almost get in a crash? People are trying to conquer. I'm like, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go blow my nose. And it smells like, it kind of smells like tuna fish. Now, I did do a couple of live streams just talking, by myself about things. I did a whole hour live stream a long time ago. I think I did, but I'm gonna consider it that, not everybody's gonna be here. It's kind of annoying if you think about it. It's like 6:28 right now. But I always say, not everybody is going to be there at this at this specific time. I understand people got things to do. I understand they got a lifestyle. It is the weekend. But I was going to be here for a certain amount of time. I'm not sure. It's my third live stream of the day. I'm surprised nobody's here. I've been talking to myself for 39 minutes. 39 minutes. It's crazy. That's crazy, Paco. But everything is so common for me now. I barely can get over it. I barely can cope with the fact that, oh, so, okay. I can barely get over people telling me that I'm unique. I can barely get over that. And it's very common for people to come in my life and tell me that I'm unique, that they never met a person. That's so common. And it's like, I don't know where y'all guys been. I don't know. I really don't. It gets me confused too. It gets me very confused. Because all I can think about is why nobody encountered anybody like me. People all the time tell me, all the time, you never had a good friend. And I tell them, yeah, not really. I haven't had a good friend that was always there. Because I never met another person that is going to dedicate their life to me. All the time when I see these people with these cars, they're like, oh, thank you for being here for me. You're always there. If I have a flat tire one day and I call someone, they know I'm going to be there. I have tried that so many times. I haven't tried that. I haven't encountered that. I have encountered so many commonalities of humankind, human beings. When I try telling them and I try asking them for help, they don't want to be there for me. They say that they're there and then they're not there. When I tell them, I need help with my car, come help me. I know I can do it on my own, but I want a help every once in a while. I wanted, not anymore. Because if I needed a ride somewhere, I would walk. I would Uber. I would ride my bicycle. I would take a metro. Rain or shine. I would not ask for help at all. If I'm dying, I may ask for a little help. But at the same time, I'm going to go in survival mode. And I'm going to take off whatever I need to take off to stop the bleeding without a person. Just because people think they're so reliable and people, no. That's not okay. It is not okay to be relying on another person, guys. It is not okay. It's so common. It's so common for another person to be relying on someone. People all the time ask me the same thing. How do you make it by yourself? How do you make it alone? I know, Paco, right? He's talking to Paco. What you talking to the peoples? Tell them, Paco. Even if Paco wasn't here, I'll be still talking to myself. They're like, all the time wondering how I make it on my own. Well, first of all, when I was younger, I didn't want everything. My grandma, and it could have been the opposite too, guys. It could be opposite too. If my grandma never said, you want a purse, you want makeup, you want this, I'll get you clothes, she never said that. If she never said that, I'm talking about, then yeah, it would be a different outcome. I never wanted those things. I always said to myself, and it's always going to be like this for me, if I want something, I'll get it and I'll work for it. I will work for what I have and what I believe. I'm not just gonna get it handed to me. The sun is setting, guys. The sun is setting. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it gets crazy. My lifestyle is not as the same as others, guys. It's so common for people to try to figure out me. It's so common. How I live on my own, and why I live on my own. People want to know why. People want to know why I live on my own and how I do it. Whenever people can't even make a fortune in this economy right now, and I'm telling everybody, you can if you believe in yourself. That's all it takes, is believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. If you believe in another god or goddess, you're in the wrong path. You're in the wrong path if you believe a god or a goddess. I personally don't care for another person until I meet that right person. I'll probably care. So far, nope. Haven't. And I think to myself too, I'm like, what's the dealio here? Why do I have to be so annoying towards another person that wants to love and comfort me? But I'm not annoying to the other person. I just don't want to be within a relationship. I chose and choosing not to. I'm like, well, you just try not to fall in love because you probably fell in love once and they broke your heart. It's like somewhat true, and at the same time, nah. You know what? I feel like it's just a matter of space. I have to be if I have to be telling a person when I come home, okay, I'm home, that's just too much, guys. That's too much. I gotta sneeze. I never ever estimated people the way I do now. I knew that some people, oh my God, I made my vodka so strong. I don't think I made it strong. I think because I'm to the end. But I tell people all the time, like, people, can y'all think outside the box for 1 second? Can y'all think with your noggin? Can you not think with your noggin? Stop falling for people that are so weak. I never fall that hard, that down in a fortune. In a freaking fortune, I have never fell that hard. You may be wondering what the heck is falling in the fortune falling, and what does that even mean? It's crazy. You know, I think of everybody as similar aspects. And whenever a person meets somebody like me, I'm not trying to be cocky around here, but when a person meets someone like me, they just don't understand. They tend to think that I'm the best of the best. And I try not to be. I don't want to be the best of the best. When people think that way, it becomes a problem. It becomes a hassle. I live on my own for a reason. I live to dedicate myself to having a better life without stress. And all the time I tell people, how do you think I look so young? Why do you think I look so young? Why? Just why? Well, can you tell me why I look young? Like, you don't look your age. It's because I don't want to stress out. I took my job application in consideration. I'm going to have all this stress. And I was ready for it. I was like, you know what? I went this far. I'm fine. Let me get that stress. Let me see if I can conquer it. After you reach that certain level in life, you realize that your world means a lot. People are all the time, oh, well, you don't have kids, that's why. If I had a kid, guys, on accident, it wouldn't be a kid. It would be an abortion. Because I knew better. I've never had an abortion done, but if it was the case, I'm not accepting it. I would have it done. At that age, at that time, I knew I wasn't ready. I had a couple of accidents. I had the first accident I was accepting. The second accident, I was like, I'm worried. What are my parents going to think? What if everybody's going to hate me? The third accident, I think that's when it happened. I'm like, I'm not having any more accidents. If I have an accident, I'm killing that accident. Killing the accident. And again, it's against people's religions and stuff. I understand that. It's common for people to say these things. Very. But yeah, this whole session was based in everything that's so common for me. I'm hearing people the same way. I'm hearing stories the same way. Hearing aspects the same way. And I try my hardest to keep it together. And I try my hardest to not be that person that is always like, you're so antagonizing. You're always trying to antagonize my thoughts of training and stuff. No, it's not about antagonizing. It's not about that. It's about if you listen to a person that's trying to tell you something and is advising you something, advise it, learn from it, and understand. Because you're going to go down a very different path. And you don't want it. I personally, I don't care for other people that try to oh, you're so manipulative and you're just trying to do that because you never done that and just because it's your life. I understand people like that, but sometimes, listen to another person that has lived life, guys. Listen. Just listen. And if you stay through my entire stream, thank you. If you hear my live stream in the future, let me know in the comment section down below. Everything is common for me now. It's not even funny. And please say something in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.